It's game time, we ain't playing with you. It's game time, it's game time, we ain't playing with you. That's how we ball for y'all.
What up? What up? What up? You all rocking with Dua?
And J Ruff
Yo, thanks for joining us for episode
20.
21.
Say that.
Yeah, you know. So, how's everything with ya?
Everything's been great.
That's good. That's good. Anything interesting?
Not a life.
Nothing
But
like? Yeah.
but up in the hip hop world, yes, we got a couple of things interesting today.
Yeah, we got a lot of interesting. I'm gonna dive right into it. So we all know that Meek Mill and Rick Ross they dropped their album,
Right.
"Too Good to Be True." I got a chance to, I always like to give the albums a chance to listen to it because people, they talk about these certain things and they don't really listen to it. They just
Right.
want to just jump out the window and listen to it. Um, so I got a chance to actually listen to the album. I enjoyed it for a nice street project. You know, to have them two to collaborate, like I said, that was like a overdue because they always was. I think they was supposed to do, supposed to work on an album a long time ago, but then they finally got a chance to get together. So yeah, let's get in some of the tracks. I think that stands out to me. I personally see some.
We can start off with the one we reviewed the last time, the Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah, the Shaq and Kobe,
And
that was already,
yeah,
that was already. I'm glad they started with that track. Believe it or not, a lot of his tracks he kind of shot the video for, like lyrical easy. That was another video he had shot for it, and it actually that's a song that kind of like brings it back to using a Jay-Z sample to one of his songs like Breathe. So, but really ones that stand out to me, Go to Hell. That was produced by Cool and Dre.
all right.
That was like a say like a nice like smooth track that I kind of look for Cool and Dre to have. When it comes to those beats, but they was Rick Ross went in, Meek Mill went in on them. You know, but he's talking that boss talk. And I think that's what they own right now. It's a lot of money talk on the album, but they also bring it back to some street music. Like I said, what the hell, I like that one. Um, Meek went crazy on $1 Million Trap. That was a dope one. You know, it gives you one of those like you be in the club trying to vibe out. Yeah, I enjoyed. I enjoyed the album. And I want to know any feedback too. Who else listened to Meek and Rick Ross album "Too
Right.
Good to Be True"? And then tell me what the best track you like off that one. Um, so that one stood out to me. And also, what track you?
Let me get into. What was really just the Shaq and Kobe one, and plus the remix.
Yeah,
Mm,
that was the ones that key stand out.
yes.
And also, I like the Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk was a cool track too. You know, when you think about Meek Mill, he's gonna give you the club bangers. He's gonna give you that next level talk. Rick Ross is gonna give you that boss talk. So that's what we look for those to deliver when it comes to these type of music. And I think they did a good job because it's a lot of tracks on it that I rock with. So you should check out that album, that Meek Mill and Rick Ross, "Too Good to Be True." You know, uh, and then now it's a lot of a lot of Drake topics, man. I see Drake, Drake running back into um. So they dropped the Drake and Cole record for the first person shooter. It's funny we talked about them. They going
Yeah,
um they took them we said they made this song for like a stadium.
yeah.
Then they ended up making like a stadium in the video. You know, so that was probably it was I think they got a remarkable budget when it came to that.
Oh yeah, 'cause they played. They had a lot of things tailored to the beat.
Mhm.
They had a lot of things tailored to the actual words in the song too.
Mhm.
And each stage of the performance was like taken to a whole nother level. And even at the end with like the same. But yeah, that's when you can compare it to Michael Jackson and everything because he had the same giant statue
Mhm.
like Michael Jackson had back in like the original video that he had made.
That
Like
is true. That is true.
the
Yeah.
glow with the light up sidewalks and everything too.
Brought it back to the Billie Jean,
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, that was a it looked like a hell of a budget, you
yeah.
know.
But it's a
um,
real good video to watch though.
yeah, no, I definitely check out that video. That joint is crazy. That joint is crazy. Um, he also dropped some new music, man. He dropped some new music. This guy Drake is just hungry, 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 you
Right.
know. And he even said like, "Yo, even though I know my last project was still off the dog, it was a great project. But he was just like, fuck it, I gotta go in it again. It was too much people talking this and that. So he gave you a rap album. Well, no, I would probably like I would say like EP, couple of songs he did on there, and this guy went crazy on there. Uh, Drake talking his shit, but and they ended up. So we talked about the video. They ended up having J Cole. J Cole, I think that record sticks out. It's called Evil Ways featuring J Cole. They did a back to back on that one, so it was like Drake rap, Drake rap, Cole rap. It was one of those type of records.
Yep.
I think that's gonna be classic. That should be classic. Um, so what else did I enjoy? I enjoyed on a low. I mean, all of them was really like he was going at just getting off whatever he had to get off his chest. Whatever he felt like. He said he made it in like 5 days. He made this little project in like 5 days. So he had some words he had to say to certain people. So he got that off. You know.
Yeah. But that's nice to be able to have a caliber like that where you can just put out an album like 5 days, master a whole craft, put together talent, call up people and say, yo, you wanna hop on this and be good to go?
So, definitely, definitely. I mean, he didn't even need it. He just went, basically to call up Cole. But just for him to have whatever he on his mind. I mean, that's what a rapper does. If they have something to rap about, they just rap.
Mhm.
Hear all whatever's going on, put it together, and that's exactly what he did. He was like, "Yo, whatever people's talking this, talking that. All right, no problem. Let me show you something." And he proves that he does what he does. Everybody, I don't know why they deny him, but they know what's up. Like I
Right.
said, they don't want to give him his flowers, but they know what's up. They know he can rap. They know he can do whatever he wants. Um, he also what else track I like? He even gave it a little bit of an R&B anthem with "You Broke My Heart." So he got a song called "Broke My Heart," all about his exes. He was just going in on the exes. This is like the exes anthem. If you don't fuck with your ex no more. Yo, goes crazy in it. But I can see this going different. You broke my heart. I think it's gonna be one of those tracks. But he was talking his talk like he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna talk my shit like I do." Mm,
That's good. He using music to express himself how you supposed to.
Just yeah. So man, Drake winning again. You know. Uh, but usually, when it comes to the scary hours, when he usually goes in on the scary hours take, this is the third one. Um, he usually uses gritty beats. He usually just raps. You know what I'm saying? He hits you with some bars every time. Like he's going to just keep going at you. So yeah, he got off whatever he had to got off his chest, and we're gonna see what's on to the next. But those are the two really tracks that stuck out to me. And Red Button, Drake, please don't press the red button. Okay, he has a track called Red Button, and it's like basically when you trust that red button, it's gonna detonate everything. That's like if a president had the red button, he can call it with War. What we at 3?
Yeah.
We don't want calls, no war.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, please don't press that red button. But yeah, that track is already start off let him know how he feels. you know, what I'm saying? He's getting in his mind like, it's another one. I guarantee that's gonna be on the charts. Like it or not, it's gonna be on the charts. Anytime he drops something crazy, you know. So we'll check that out.
Right.
Scary Hour 3.
Did you get a chance to check out Chris Brown's album 1111?
1111 Chris Brown. Yes, I got to check it out. A very lengthy project.
Yes.
But yo, what I'm rocking with yo. Press Me. Press Me is that brings it back to dancing vibe, gives you back to that kind of old school, maybe say 2000 vibe, maybe a 2000 something. That Press Me is crazy.
Right.
That was my joint. I'm rocking with that one. Um,
Well, sensational. Obvious because we talked about that before.
yeah, we talk about sensational, so that's a dope one. Let's see what else. You know what I like? Sleeper was a Moonlight. I think Moonlight was a sleeper, but I like that. It's like a
Mhm.
calm.
It's like I night. Oh no, keep going.
mm, my, yeah, Moonlight was one of those. Gotta feel it. Yeah,
Right.
one of those like get ready, put your dress on or something, go out. I don't know. Feel like walk in the park or so. I don't know. Like you know, one of those swag it out songs.
With Nightmare with the
Which one? Which
with
one you
the
brought?
African beat Nightmare.
The Nightmare.
Yeah.
Like the Nightmare joint.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And the feature on it too with them both coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah, no, he had a couple of tracks on there. I think Midnight Freak. It's another creep one. That was like
Hmm.
yeah. Under this joint did his thing on there. It's amazing how Chris Brown still just keep making these records.
Yeah.
He's still going and still doing his R&B and doing his Afro beats. He plays with a lot of different things when he comes to this R&B thing. So he's always moving it forward. He's always moving it forward.
Yeah. With R&B, he's very versatile. Even with his rapping, he said, yeah, he's been talking about that lately. That with the R&B, no one could really sing like him. So when you have music that you can sing,
Hmm.
he take it in for anybody that is willing to write for him or help him out or put some tracks down. He's like, yeah, I'll make that a hit.
Yeah, yeah. I knew some people who still write for Chris Brown. So but now he does a lot of his stuff himself. But hey, that's the best thing about ours. People send you this, send you that, and you put your own flavor to it,
Right.
and then you bring it to life. So that's always a challenging part, and he always does what he does, being Chris Brown. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah. So check out that album, 11 for 11, Chris Breezy, Chris Brown. So New also dropped a project. It's not we wouldn't think he would have this type of project, but Andre 3000 he dropped the album, but it's actually just catered to flutes.
All his wind instruments.
Or wind,
Yes.
yeah, wind instruments. So yo, I when I think about that project, I think about getting a massage. Because I could see, even like 'cause even when I'm like when I was about to get a massage, I was looking for some type of music to relax because you might not want so much words and things like that. But I will put that on. I'll put the Andre 3000 you know album on. I forget what he called it. Some blue something. What is
The
uh,
new blue sun.
Blue Sun? Okay, that
The
was
new blue sun.
the new
Yeah.
Blue Sun. I knew it was Blue something. Yeah, so that Andre dropped the album, The New
Yeah.
Blue Sun. So yo, I mean, I think for like other artists to make different things, I'm saluting for that. We're still looking for an album though, out, from him. We want something, I don't care what you rap about, but we all want something.
Right.
But we
But
but we respect your artistry, and that's how you feeling. You want to make that type of project right now? Go ahead.
yes, but definitely check out the interview that they did with him. And like mad props for the guy trying to be the most respectful that he did,
Hmm.
because he was like, I don't want to touch on certain subjects that like may bother you or annoy you. But he was like, yeah. But if you check out the interview first, you'll understand why he made this music, the new journey that he's going, and
Hmm.
all the projects that he's been working on or been behind the scenes working on.
Yeah, check out that as a GQ. It's a GQ interview. He did break it down why he made the album.
Yes.
What he suffered. He had a different situation where uh he didn't want to really be famous anymore.
Oh yeah.
So he didn't really like to be famous. Like it wasn't really adapting to it too well, and it started messing with him mentally.
Right.
So he fell back from it a little while. He didn't want to really um focus on that right now, and we respect that. We respect that in Andre 3000 because we know what they were capable of. We know Outkast and the group, and that they're like the number one group
Yeah.
ever. So they're one of the best groups ever that touch the mic. So we know what they are capable of doing, and that's just not what's moving them right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away from the hits. It doesn't take away from his records. He's still a great artist. But
Right.
yeah, like I said, I would get a massage listening to Andre 3000. What is it called? The Blue Sun,
The new blue
the
sun.
new Blue Sun.
And definitely check out the names for the title. Each one of them, they may be lengthy, but they're good lengthy too. But they also got individual names, which are very creative. Even the first one, I swear I wanted to rap to make a rap album.
Yeah, even the slang word pussy rolls
Hmm.
raw. He got he does got some interesting names on there. Um,
But no, it's good to
Dream
see
once
how
buried.
it's good to see how humble he still stayed afterwards. Even announced his closing line on there too, but I didn't get a chance to try that down. I gotta check that out later. So
Yeah, he comes with his different dress wearing with the jumpsuit. Brings it back. So hey, that's when you're an artist. You gotta bring a different have your own unique blend.
right,
um, but yeah, so shout out to Andre 3000. Go download and listen to his nice, calm, relaxing flute album.
right.
Um, so looks like Roy Woods, he's part of OVO. He dropped a new single. It's called 4 a.m.
Mm,
Uh, it's a R&B vibe. It's an
right.
R&B vibe. Did you get a chance to check that out?
Definitely.
What you think about it?
It's a nice vibe though. I appreciate it. Especially after he dropped the album in July too. So that's nice. That he got singles, he got some hits rolling off. So that's cool.
Yeah, because I talked about his other one other project he just recently dropped. But Yeah, it looks like everybody OVOs in there making music.
Yeah,
Everybody's loading up. But yeah,
like you can tell he up at 4 a.m. making hits now.
4 a.m. man. You know, you talking about that girl needs to come back 4 a.m. Yeah. Hey, what you doing out here? What you out there 4 a.m. for? You know, but he's going on him. All right, why you outside, baby? You know. Mm-mm. So check out that. Check out the Roy 4 a.m. single. Mm-mm. I like the beat too. I don't know who does the beat, but nice. I'm talking his shit. S- Stay on it. Also, my G,
Yeah,
they dropped another, I guess, a addition to the the album. Um,
second part
the
to
second part, right?
yep, the good
After hours.
people after hours.
Yeah, after hours. So, uh, song that sticks out when I listened to that one was, I think, "Waiting for Me." Waiting for me.
Yeah, the second part of this album was like definitely after hours. These are all like club type of music now. I like the first part was like more of an R&B, like you chill and vibe with. The second part of the album is like you hit in a cup, even with the long starts.
Yeah, yeah. I was, now it's a little bit more upbeat.
Yeah,
Upbeat, more tempo. But
hmm it's more feel of rhythm than
hmm
anything else, and then the words come in.
hmm what else? Patient, that stuck out to me. I like the production. And they come in on there. Yeah, yeah, they always on some smooth joint. Chill Pad. That was another one that stuck out to me. Yeah, but yo, a lot of people know VO again. They dropping out music.
Yeah,
So shout out my G. Go check out that extra after hour.
yeah,
Um, I usually don't show too much love for the pop people. So I was like, yo, let me go into more pop music. What stuck out to me, and I think I like the song by Dupa Lipa.
hmm
Uh, yeah, so Dupa Lipa. I hope I'm saying her name right,
Dua
but
Lipa.
yeah,
Yeah, you
Dua
good.
Lipa. Um, so that stuck out to me. What was her track called? Houdini.
Yeah,
That's a
Chance.
up tempo song. See him going worldwide. I'm sure it's
Definitely. And the video that she made for it, they got it in like a dance studio with the mirror and everything. The light flashing on, and more people coming out of nowhere. It's nice. Definitely a dance whole vibe.
yeah. I like because it's a good song too. It's a good song. So I like the way whoever made the song or whatever's put it together. The way they put it together was catchy. You know, check out the Dua Lipa Houdini and also check out the video. Talking about videos, T Pain and Snoop Dogg,
Right.
how we ballin'. That video was too tough because they made it like a movie.
hmm
You know,
But the real question is, do you remember what movie that was?
ah, I mean, it looked like some Wild Wild West type movie, but
Nah, nah.
which one's that?
That's Pee Wee Herman.
That really? Word?
You don't remember Pee Wee Herman back in the day?
Man, that's throwback then.
It's like a R.I.P. tribute to Pee Wee Herman too. So it's
Yeah.
nice when he
Mm.
goes into the bar. He yells
Mm.
at everybody to stop, and then he walks out and he knocks down all the bikes. And he's like, ah,
It's kind of flashback a little
yo,
bit.
it's a
Mm.
real classic. Even the way T Pain is dressed the whole time, you
That's
didn't
right,
notice
right.
it.
Mm. Okay, okay. So that was more like a tribute to Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, I like that because he wasn't even singing on this one. He was all rapping on this one, so the whole thing was rap instead of singing. No real auto tune or anything really.
Yeah. So it's a catchy
Yeah,
chorus. So I can see kids dancing to that. But yeah, yeah. So the T Pain, yeah, like you said, it reminds you of like Pee Wee Herman.
right.
Um.
It's a whole tribute to him. It's like it's not like yeah, a whole tribute to him with the suit, the tie, and everything, and the whole scene. Both
Mm-hmm.
of them was straight out from the movie.
Yeah, and then you had Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg giving you them being Snoop
Yeah,
did his thing on that track too.
and
Uh, you know.
it brings me back to when T Pain originally said it. Like I was a rapper before I was a singer, but the singer thing took off. So it's nice to see him rapping.
Yeah, no, that was cool. So check out the T Pain and Snoop Dogg How We Ball.
Right.
And then talking about Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was in headlines because he said he just quit smoking. He said he's giving up smoking.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I think I mean, there's times that you gotta stop. Sometimes you stop smoking and whatever how you feel, but you've been smoking a long time, so we don't know if that's like a health reason or
Right.
and there's a lot of chemicals now in the marijuana. Even other artists starting to come out and saying, I might chill out smoking,
Yeah.
but
Even
yeah,
even though that's been his whole thing and like one of the major things he's known for,
mm,
it's gonna be interesting. Is he still gonna be promoting it the same way, or he just be like breaks? So that should be like an interesting turn of events coming out.
yeah,
I say
it's
how
a
long it's gonna
respective
last.
decision.
Maybe
You
you might
might
know.
know.
Exactly.
We're gonna see how long it's gonna
Yes, I
last.
don't know how it's gonna last. Sometimes he was dedicated. That could be hard because think about like the withdrawal in your body and everything you got to go through just to chill out. So he just taking a break, or we'll see. He said respect it, so we're gonna respect it.
Right.
But I hope everything's okay with you, Snoop. But we respect it. Sometimes you gotta take a break from that. We all been there. But you the king, so you the king. But I hope everything's good on that note. You know. Um. It looks like I don't know if you paid attention to the headlines about the Will Smith altercation. It was just messy, but finally Jada Pink, his wife Jada Pinkett Smith, she addressed the rumor saying that it's not true. They're gonna sue because people just making up rumors.
Right.
So I hope they get justice for that
Yeah.
because they always keep talking bad about Will Smith
Mhm.
and I guess when the limelight and people just gonna come out of nowhere and just try to extort you, blackmail you about certain things, and that might not even be true and make up certain false rumors. So, um, but they said they're gonna come out and sue.
Right.
So
Anything could make a headline nowadays, and everybody want to buy into it. So
yeah, yeah,
make something up, throw a little evidence, even if you can't find it. People trying to buy, make money. It's sad nowadays.
yeah, it's true. Um, Even another rumor popped up with I'm gonna say rumor, but a little bit messy. The controversy, Cassidy suing P Diddy, accusing him all these for $30 million. It looks like another um, trying to blackmail, trying to get money from him because they was in a serious relationship. So it's like things go on when your relationship, regardless, however it is. I mean, and they was together for a long period of time. I think over 10 years or whatever. So it's like obviously you're gonna have a lot of different issues, whatever's going on in your lives. I mean, but I don't agree with now all of a sudden just because you're at the deadline of saying where you can't sue no more.
Yeah.
So you just like, hey, you know what? Now I'm bringing everything out. You probably was blackmailing them. But I
Well,
hope I don't agree with that situation. But it's a dirty game when you're and you got a lot of power, and you involved with different things, and feel like they was a couple, they was together, they was rocking together, and so every couple's gonna go through something. But now you're gonna bring this up, try to just I guess tarnish P Diddy's name, or just make it look ugly and nasty. But I hope everything just comes out, the truth comes out, or and you just work that out. However, you guys got to work that out.
Right.
Um, yeah. But on another note,
You go for it.
yeah, another note, but Adam 22. Oh, so we talked about that. That
Oh,
he had a picture about, it was like five guys standing around his wife.
that's good. I'm very happy the picture was like slightly misleading.
Yeah, slightly, just a slightly.
Just a slight.
They're actually doing a reality show. So I think the show's called Love for Lena the Plug.
Yeah.
So I seen a clip of it. It's kind of comedy, but Adam 22, you're a wild guy. Um, just actually, it looks like you're more into the guys than she is, truthfully.
Seems like you're trying to return the favor from all the women that they done slept with as like a couple.
Yeah, but
Eh,
I feel like when watching the clip, he was more into the guys. Like, oh yeah, like, oh yeah, you'd be great
Yeah.
because because they're gonna do it together.
Yes, you
You
got to
know,
share them.
yeah,
You
exactly.
got to
So
make sure afterwards that he still got the wife.
yeah, so he was like, oh, you should pick that guy. So he's recommending different guys that he wants to participate in having sex with his wife.
Yeah.
Hey man, to each his own. You into that? You into that? I don't. But that looks like it's gonna be an interesting show. The way they kind of set it up. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Right.
I'll
Even
see who he's gonna pick.
like even for the front, and they got eliminations too, so it's not even like picked down. It came with roses and everything.
Yeah, they eliminate the virgin. That's I seen the clip.
The tap dancing version.
The
Get that?
tap
We got to give
dancing
that man his
version.
props. He came in there like
The tap dancing version. She lied to him too, talking about she got rid of him because he's too big. Pause. But but ain't nobody want to deal with a virgin. Sorry, the virgins out there. If you're a virgin, I mean stay a virgin. But um, you know, in that type of field, they want somebody experienced. You
But
know.
I like the way he had to try to loophole it though. He said he was saving himself for marriage, but somebody else's marriage would work too. So,
Mm.
so that you like that counts. It
Yeah,
is technically marriage, so you're good to go.
yeah. So that's funny, but I think the show's funny. Well, we'll see what comes out of it, if or who he chooses to have sex with his wife. Because they talking crazy about it. It was like, yeah, can't wait to
Oh
fuck
yeah,
Lena the plug.
that was the only thing. It seems to be like some type of misunderstanding because most of them are trying to do it by themselves without Adam.
Yeah, that's true. Because it was like, oh, they're looking like forward to having only just her, but
Yeah.
they don't understand that it's gonna be like Luda said, off the tag team, off the ropes. So, so but that's gonna be funny. I mean, it's just that's what we moving on. That's what they on. That's what they own. So guess we'll see who he picks.
Yeah.
But but that was looking like it's a TV show, so it's not just a gangbang action. So it's gonna be like it's a TV show,
Yeah. Just a little better.
just a little bit better. You yeah. So Elon Musk is back in the headlines talking about I always talk about the AI. Some people don't want me to talk about the AI maybe, but it is what it is. It's not going nowhere.
Right.
Because I like to inform the people what's going on. People might not be following about this what's going on to the next generation. But he was saying that what I always talked about, we try to shy away from it, but he probably said, in the future, it's probably going to be no jobs because AI is going to take all the jobs. So imagine a world where you're there's just no job. You know, it's going to be a definitely different world.
Right. An
You know,
interesting place.
but
Cause
yeah, I feel like it's going to focus on maybe a lot of people are going to focus on different things. Um, Also seen a document with clip. It was Obama. He was talking about basically he's doing like a non-profit fund. And they're trying to figure out where they can get different tech people to just help. They know like they probably like I would say it. I say like more 5 years down the line, but they're seeing that it's gonna probably be something around the same time. He said the same thing. What I've been saying. So they just want to get ahead of it, because they know they said it can get into the wrong hands of certain people.
right.
They also want to just see, maybe in the future, um, prepared people because they know what jobs are going to take if it's not going to take. So it's like everything got to change. What they don't focus on this because AI might do it. Don't be this person because it might not be around to do it. Because if you go back to ancient times, there were certain jobs that are not existing no more,
Right.
and some people were not prepared for it. So it's like don't focus on that. It might not even be around. Find something else to basically what AI can do.
Right.
But he did say what I was thinking too. He was like I always say, we're always going to be ahead of it because if you give that personality, that soul, that something that AI can't do, like he even said, even music, AI is not going to be no Stevie Wonder.
No.
So AI is not going to adapt the way we adapt to different things because we run the culture. AI is not going to run the culture. We're going to run the culture. Their AI is always going to copy what we do.
No, but actually they have something like that.
What do you mean?
Where they have something where they used to just type in AI and say, yo, matter of fact, AI can be influenced off the culture that we have and input it to the amount of data that we have to put into it. That part. It
Yeah,
won't just create on
but
its
that's the
own.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's where they get it from. They get it from us.
Yeah.
So if we have like an article going on, they're gonna take everything from
Mhm.
us. So, but I'm saying we're always gonna be the culture.
Yeah.
Because they're taking information from us.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But no, AI is so advanced, and I could see. I already said it kind of. So what? Um, Elon Musk, he already said it. Now he's just saying, because everybody's talking about it, and then how it's moving so fast with technology, how it's so advanced. Eventually, it's gonna take over every job.
Yeah.
And I can see, that eventually he's gonna do that.
Mhm.
Nothing to worry about yet. It's still early in the game, but just be a little bit ahead of the game if you're gonna be 5 years in, five
Mhm.
years, 6 years, 10 years down the line, going a little further, but it's moving. It's just saying, AI is not going over. It's still moving. Um, you know. Also, staying on it on his platform, for X, he said he's gonna try to change it into like a bank account. He's trying to move on to make it a bank account.
Yeah. Where you
Uh,
can move money.
yeah, to move money and transfer different money. So it's like you want to use everything for like a financial service. For Twitter. Oh, not sorry, not Twitter. X.
X.
It's for X. But yeah, so it's just it's doing different things, and that's always moving the needle. He's always pushing and moving the needle forward.
Yeah.
So I always pay attention to that. Just gotta just see what's going on over there. You
He's
know.
trying to separate himself from the other platforms that are out there. So that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're on there, if you can find a way to do it into some financial bank account, that'd be cool. You gotta use your bank account on X. We'll see. you know, it's always different, different technology, and yeah. But let's see. Let's get into my motivation. My
Yes.
motivation quote of the day. All right, so it says, "Don't take anything personally, even if you know them personally." Most people don't even know themselves. That was a bar. Don't take it
I was singing
personal.
it in my head already.
You were singing that right? Do you think I need you? Don't take it personal. It was Monica.
Yeah,
Baby, baby,
people.
baby. Thank you. But yeah, so yeah, I try not to take things personal. You know, there's a lot of things, man. Just things happen all the time. You don't even know what's gonna happen, but you can't let it stop you.
Nope.
And then sometimes they say people don't even know themselves, so it's like you barking on me. You're not even you don't even know what you don't know. You're not comfortable with you saying. You just sit here saying stuff for no reason, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, that's what I got out that
Yeah,
when I think of that.
I feel the same way.
Hmm.
That people should take more time looking at themselves sometimes in the mirror.
Hmm.
If they would say that to themselves, would they say it to somebody else? And half the time that they wouldn't.
That's true. You got to put yourself in their position
Yeah.
when you saying it, but it's hard to do that for people. But yeah, you see, so that's a good one. Another motivation thing I seen was it says to heal a wound, you must stop scratching. Ooh, that was deep. That was deep.
I struggle with that. I'll be like,
Like, damn, I'm trying to heal this wound, but I gotta just keep itching on there. Ooh. Yeah. So when somebody says that, um, it can be multiple things. Something that you people just struggle with. Uh, say example,
say letting go.
she's just letting go whatever just bothering. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That can be a mentally too.
Hmm.
So something that's bothering you that you keep thinking about all the time. Um,
Or even when someone does something to you, keeping the
true.
wound open is by going back and reminding them this is what happened and saying it over and over again instead of letting it be healed.
That's a good one too. Yeah, trying to heal any past trauma, maybe too. Even
Hmm.
things that go on in life, you just keep adding, you keep going at it, keep going at it, where you can just let it go and maybe it just heal itself. You know, but yeah, so
Or do the one thing that we supposed to do. Go get help.
hey man, it's hard. Mental health is big.
Right.
Mental health is very big. And unfortunately, our generation struggles with that.
Yes.
But yeah, is there something you need to get help with? You had to reach out and try to get help. You know. Well, that brings us to the end.
Right.
That was episode 21. Let's do a little round of applause. For making it there. But please like, subscribe, leave any comments, tell me what you think. Love to talk. Let me know what the songs that I talked about. Are you feeling the same way, or there's any songs that you think? Um, any point of view, just please let me know. Hit me up.
All right.
You know. Well, thanks for joining in episode 21. You've been rocking with Do Bob.
And J Ruff.
Join us for 22, and I'll see you next time.
I love it. You guys are so great.